For everyone who's interested in my Mercari, I have added some more clothes from the declutter in addition to some other clothes I just decided I didn't want anymore. If you're interested, I've added makeup. Of course, I'm going to do some more makeup, but for right now, that's what I have up. I need to do some fragrances as well, so you can check in from time to time and if you're interested and see what I've added. But right now, let's get into the video.
What's up, everyone? It is your girl Gelbeauty-QM here, aka Grace Honey. Today we got a whole like battle of the dupes. It's just like a face full of dupes going on. So I got the new Milani primer. Surprisingly though, when you open it up, it gives more of a Blur Jam vibe, even though it's in the coloring in the container that looks really similar to the silk canvas. What I love though is you have this cute little spatula that you pull out so that way you don't have to necessarily get on your hands. So I'm going to test this out against the Blur Jam because they're both the same consistency from when I felt it. However, if you wanted another alternative that was even cheaper than the Milani one, because the Milani one is kind of expensive, then I feel like you can try out this one, the Essence Pore Less Partner Primer, because it's not as thick as this one. It does have a similar consistency though, but this one is much thicker than this one. So if you wanted a lighter weight consistency, this does feel a little hydrating. I rubbed it on the back of my hand just to see because it was giving me those vibes, so I wanted to try it out. So you can try this out if you're interested. Test out these setting sprays because they're both supposed to be like dupes for the Milk makeup one, so I want to see which one is the best dupe for us since they're both around the same price, and I think they both have about the same in it. No, this one has a little bit more. It's 2.7 and this is 2.3. the new elf liquids. So I got tan and then I got tan deep. So tan we're going to use with the one from Say just to see if they're similar when it comes to bronzing, and then tan deep we're going to use with Makeup by Mario's Dark to see if we can get a good contour situation. So I'm actually gonna have to contour my nose in this, which y'all know is something I don't do, but I was like, we need to try both of these out and see how they work. And I know some people like contour and some people like bronze, so I feel like it's perfect time to use both at the same time. Then I have a lip moment. So dupe alert as far as I'm concerned. I mean, hello, look at them now. We need to see how long they last throughout the day and how the sparkle lasts and all that. But I believe this one is only like $6. It's $6 or $8. I forgot how much butter glosses are, but it's more affordable than the Fenty one, which is what it comes down to. So I want to see how similar they looked on the lips. And I finally got my hands on one of these lip liners from Maybelline. So I got the darkest one and Cross the Line. They do have one called Firefighter that I was looking at to see if I could get it or not, but I ended up not getting it. So if you like videos like this with all these dupes, oh, I almost forgot, I got highlighter dupes as well. So I got the Harley Quinn collection, and we're gonna try it out up against the ones from Cleon that I got when I went to their event. If you like things like this, if you like new makeup release videos, if you like a good complexion video, I've done quite a few. They should be popping up over my face as we talk, from Rabbani to One Size and everything in between. If you like a good fragrance video, I actually just got the new Charisse Rich perfume for Le Monde Gourmand when I went to go pick up the elf liquid bronzers, so stay tuned for that. I've also done one on Snif Honey Sweet, their newest fragrance, and I did one on Old Fashioned. I did the Makeup by Mario eyeshadow palette if you're interested in that, and gave you comparisons on it. I have the one from Natasha Denona coming soon. I just need to finish editing it. And if you like a good fashion video, I do fashion shorts twice a week, in addition to having a couple of fashion videos on my channel. So I did one on Johansson, and then I did one on Forever 21. So if you like stuff like that, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. If you're more into vlogs and home decor type content, then my membership might be something you want to look into. Make sure you check that out down below as well. Now let's get into this video, girl, because I am pressed for time. Adriangameover gets out of school in an hour and 15 minutes, and I have to be there to pick him up. So I'm gonna use a little spatula and we're gonna put it on this side of the face. The stuff I can do off camera, I am going to. So for example, I'm not going to put my powder on camera because we're not testing a powder. I'm not gonna put my blush on camera because we're not battling it. So I'm trying to stick to the stuff that we're battling. But obviously I'm going to put my foundation concealer on camera so you can see how it works with the primer. Otherwise we're good. So I feel like that's enough to start off with. But as you can see, it's giving the same consistency as the Blur Jam. So it's another like Blur Jam dupe situation, even though it's packaged to look like Tatcha. So I'll put it on the nose as well. It feels nice and cooling just like the Blur Jam does. So that's interesting. Because I expected it to, you know, I don't know, since it was in the Tatcha Liquid Campus packaging, that's just what I expected. And what wasn't that, and it was Blur Jam, I was just like, oh, So I'm glad I left the new one here. I would have preferred to have the old one, obviously, because, you know, I want to be able to have the packaging side by side and all that, so you can get a clear idea of what it is. But I feel like the new one works just as good, and like I said, the new one is just like that much less hydrating than the original one. So I'm gonna go in with it now. We'll take that. So you can comment down below and tell me if you feel like they blur the same or they look the same when it comes to blurring on both sides. Must be fully getting on the face, because I have long been waiting to use this dupe. I just didn't know that it wasn't duping what I thought it was duping. So now I kind of want to put all the drugstore ones up against each other. So like y'all know the Freeze one from NYX, I want to kind of put it up against the Milani one, and then, you know, see how that's working, because I already put it up against the original Blur Jam. So I already have my ideas and feelings on it. But let me come in close. So remember, this is our Milani side. You can tell me if you feel like it blurred. And then this is our side for Miss Huda. And this is how it's looking. I feel like they both have like this kind of like glowish effect to it on camera, but like in person it's not giving that. So I don't feel like it did a whole lot of blurring. When it comes to my pores, I feel like I can still see them pretty well, but it might be just the way I applied it. Anyway, I'm gonna take the About Face foundation because it'll save me some time. I can smack it on my face real quick and I don't have to worry about having to, you know, pump out a bottle and put it out and all that. So I like foundations like this when I have a situation like this when I'm in a rush, because as you can see, I'm just smeared it on. I'm gonna rub it in real quick and we'll go. I'm gonna take this BK Beauty brush I just got recently, the 106 brush, when they were 50% off on Good Morning America, and buff this in. So at least for this side, I might have to take a different style brush for the other side, because I don't think I have another brush exactly like this. But again, we're just trying to make sure it doesn't contaminate the other primer by doing this. As you can see, it's not giving that much coverage. Again, I don't have time. Let's grab another random foundation brush. I'm sorry they're not going to be exact. Well, I'll just use this one from It Cosmetics for Ultra. So I feel like both sides of the face look nice and, you know, blended out. I don't feel like I see a lot of pores in this area. On screen though, it feels like it looks really shiny when it isn't that shiny, so I find that interesting. I'm just gonna use this concealer from Win Beauty, and then I think I'm just use the sponge to put the concealer on. I'm not gonna, like, you know, try to use two separate brushes and all that. I'll be letting this sit underneath the eyes after we, you know, put concealer in other places. I'm gonna go ahead and put the liquid bronzer on, then we'll blend that out, then we'll blend the concealers out, and then I'll go into like the nose contouring last. I'm assuming that's how you should do it. Remember, I don't do nose contour, so I'm not 100% sure. So let's get into these liquid bronzers. So you all know this retails for $7, and then the Say one is obviously more than $7. I have the shade Stinson. I believe Stinson is the darkest shade that they had, so I guess we'll put the up over here to follow with the rest of the stuff. Say on this side. So let's see. I want to see how dark this shade was gonna be, because they had a few more shades that were a little bit deeper, but I was like, I'll start off with this one and just see like what we're working with. So I feel like that's a decent, deep enough shade. Do what it needs to do. It's just more of, and sometimes it would be better to have a more like pigmented one, because I'll get deeper because of the sun. So now we're gonna take the Say one, put it on this side, and I actually feel like theirs is deeper than Say's. So I'm like, and I think this is, well, I think this is the second to darkest shade, because I think there's one more that's deeper than this, and I just settled for this one if I remember correctly. Don't quote me, because I honestly, like I said, as far as I remember, I don't 100% remember if I'm correct or not. So you can see we got both those on. So since we put the e.l.f. one on first, let's blend it out and see how she's looking. So I have two of the same brush for this situation. So as you can see, there's two of this brush. So I'm gonna start off with this one right here. Okay, I see a nice pigmentation going on with the bronzing. To me, it looks like a nice bronze and like contour-ish type mix color because of the undertone that's in it. Whereas I feel like the one from Say literally just looks like a bronzer. But since it said liquid bronzer and contour, I'm going to try one against a bronzer and one against a contour. So This is the e.l.f. side. I feel like it looks nice. I brought my Sigma bronzer for us to put powder on top of when we get to that part, because I usually like put that on and then I'll go ahead and put my foundation powder on top. As you can see, this is giving more of like that reddish kind of goldenish undertone that Cocoa Naughty gives by Fenty. That's what it gives me when I buff it out. So yeah, it's giving a little bit more of the reddishness and not necessarily contour. But again, this says it's a liquid bronzer, not a liquid contour. So I'm feeling like that's why it's doing that. So let's get my sponge together and start blending out my concealer. And start blending down the middle. I'm just going to go ahead and blend underneath the eyes with as well. Or at least this eye, because remember, this is the one that I did for Milani when it came to like the primer. So I'm trying to base it upon that so we can have some sense of where I'm putting what and what side I'm using for what side and why. Okay, so I do have brushes I'm using with the eyes. I'm just switch the brush over when I get to the other side. This is my first time trying this concealer brush and I wanted to try it today. So I was like, I'll just have to flip it over to the other side so we don't contaminate. Even though I feel like the primer is low enough down now to where I don't necessarily have to worry about that. But just to, you know, be fair. We're going to take this clean side now and go on the other side. We're going to take the tan dark side and we're going to put it on this side of the nose. I'm not sure how much to do either, so I'm just going like, I guess I go like right this part. I think I usually see people do it like right down this part, so that's what I'm going with. I don't know. And I have two of this brush, like two of these concealer brushes. I normally use this for concealer, but I'm going to use it for underneath the eye today. So not underneath the eye, but you know, for the contour. Now let's put on Makeup by Mario's Dark. And what I like about his is, although you see this pump on the top, like it's made to where you can use it the same way I just used the e.l.f. one. So I thought that was cool. Hopefully it doesn't dry down very quickly. Now I feel like theirs is deeper than Makeup by Mario's, but I feel like I heard people who have deeper skin tone complain about these not being deep enough. Like I swore I remember Cocoa Swatches saying that these weren't deep enough. Now I don't know if too much mouth said they weren't deep enough, but I distinctly remember Cocoa Swatches saying as much. So we're gonna take this one now and do the e.l.f. side. Oh god, y'all, I think I screwed up, y'all. Yeah, because I think I put on like way too much and I didn't even like, oh lord, my nose contour about to be looking crazy, but this what happened, you don't ever do it. Or maybe I just used too big a brush, I honestly don't know. So let's take the foundation brush and see how we can fix it. Okay, so I think y'all can see a difference in the shadowing around my nose, at least. But since I don't ever like do this, it's hard for me to determine if I did it right. I'm gonna try to take like a little bit more and just brush along the side here, since nose contour is usually like at this area right here. Okay, y'all, so I feel like I look a little crazy, but that's okay. So I'm gonna just take this one, this clean one, in. But I feel like his is easy to blend out from what I remember just putting it on my actual face. Yeah, so his is gonna be easier to blend out for me for sure. The e.l.f. one I feel like was a little harsh and harder to blend out, which, you know, isn't necessarily a bad thing if you use the right brush, because I really feel like I just used the wrong brush. But since I don't ever do this, like I wasn't sure what type of brush to use. Maybe I should have used like a thinner eyeshadow brush or something. I honestly, like I said, don't know. So this is the e.l.f. side when it comes to the bronzer and the nose contour, and then this is the Say and Makeup by Mario. I like the Makeup by Mario nose contour a little bit better than I like the one from e.l.f. But I do like the e.l.f. bronzer a little bit more than I like the Say one. I think it's just because of the time of the year it is. So let's start with the nose one, since that's what I just did. We're gonna do the Makeup by Mario side first to like finish it off. So I'll fix that up off camera because I'm just doing the stuff we need on camera right now so I can hurry up. Like I told y'all, like I have to pick up Adriangameover soon. So here's the brush for the e.l.f. side. So let's go ahead and I'm going to bronze the cheeks, and then I'll go off camera and powder my face, and then I'll come back for you all when it comes to the highlighter. Because remember, my blush and bronzer, sorry, my blush, we're doing off camera and setting my face off camera. So I have two of this brush as well. As you can see, I'm doing this one, and then there's another one right here. So then we'll take this one and do the side side. Okay, I know my nose looks crazy, my under eyes look crazy, so I'll be back if I put on my powders and my blush. Okay, so this is what the nose contour is looking like now that I have powdered my face down. So I used the Easy Bake Snatch powder from Huda, the pressed one in the shade Peach Pie. I used the L'Oreal Pink Infallible Blush. I used the setting powder from Rare Beauty, the pressed one, and that's what's going on with the face. So let's get into the highlighters real quick. So what we're going to do is like the pinkish one and the reddish ones are going to go on the cheeks, obviously, because they match the blush. And then we'll put the blue and purple ones down the middle of the face. So that's the plan. So one of these highlighter brushes will be dedicated just to the Clionid ones. Shout out to them. They said they were going to feature me on the Instagram again with one of the palettes I bought, I think, this year when I went to the pop-up for them. So stay tuned for that. And then the other one, obviously, we will use for the Harley Quinn and Essence collection. So let's start off with the pink one. So I think it's shifted to like pink to like a yellowish gold or something. And I'm not trying to get them to be exact. I just want to see how the sparkle is going to sit and how long it's going to last. Because I'm pretty sure neither one of these matches perfectly. Yeah, because that one's definitely more red and this is definitely more pink. But I feel like they give similar like vibes and tones. And that's why I'm like here for it. So down the middle here and here I will put the Essence. And then here and over here I'm gonna put the Clionid, just so you all remember. So I'm gonna take the I'm gonna take this one and put it on the switch so we can use the Essence one. I just put this on the switch. Now I'm going to take the blue Essence one and put it in the areas we just talked about. But it shifts from blue to purple, I believe. Oh, well, it's supposed to shift from blue to purple from what I saw, but it's just doing blue. So oh well, that's what we have to work with. So this brush we're done with now. And this is the Essence side of the face. So now I'm going to take the Apple one. It's called Crisp. I'm going to put that on this side. And as you can see, it's definitely pulling more red. It doesn't have like that yellow gold. Well, it does have that yellow goldish undertone, but you see they're giving like the same type of sparkle, if you will. At least in my opinion, they are. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, that's a nice pink sparkle. That's a nice red sparkle. I feel like if you saw me from afar, you wouldn't be able to tell that this one is red. So I would say that this one is the best dupe out of the two so far as color matching. This purple one, I feel like it's just going to be purple. And again, that's okay. So grab my switch again real quick. And this is the shade Tart. And as you can see, it's definitely pulling purple. I thought it did like purple to blue, but it's just doing purple. So the craziest colors I put down the middle of my face, right? I'm so interesting. So yeah, those are the two. We're gonna spray the face now. What I'm thinking is the newest dupe that I have we will put on this side. So we're gonna put the face glue on this side, and then we'll put the e.l.f. Power Grip on this side. So let's just go ahead and so face grip goes on this side. While it's drying down, we'll go ahead and do the other side. I will definitely say this one has a softer mist to it, more like the Power Grip, whereas the one from, what is it, NYX, I feel like it's a little bit harsh, if you will. So that's just something to keep in mind. It's not bad, it's just like, you know, it's not gonna be that nice, super soft mist like the Milk Makeup one has. Now let's get on this lip liner because I've been wanting to try this forever. So it definitely does give the vibes of like the ones from ColourPop. Like, it's definitely giving the creepy vibe of ColourPop and the old Kylie ones. I don't know if her new ones are the same or not. So let's get into these dupes for the glosses. So this is Holly Berry. I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, Holly Berry Swirl. And y'all know this is Fuchsia Flex or Fussy Flex. So Let's see, because I feel like the coloring isn't going to be the same. I dipped in trying to get some of the like sparkle out just to see. It has a classic like butter frosting cake sound that they're known for. So I'm trying to like swirl it around in the middle and see if I can get any sparkle. I feel like I see a little sparkle though, so that's good. So this is the dupe side fully done. Last we have Fussy Flex. So let's see. Okay, so I personally feel like the one from I'm trying to get some of the sparkle out of hers as well. There we go. Okay. Okay, so Rihanna's feels heavier on the lips. Just FYI. I feel like her side looks more glossy and the NYX side looks a little bit more pigmented in my personal opinion, but you can comment down below and tell me what you think. So this is the finished face. I know I look crazy. I'm gonna fix all this up, then I'll take my hair down and do some look at me I think I'm sexy pictures, but for right now this is what we're working with. So remember, this is the essence side of the face when it comes to the highlighters along with all the dupe things, and then this is the original side with all the things. So far I'm liking the highlighter dupe. I think that's nice. I'm liking this lip dupe depending on how much pigmentation you want versus how much coloring you want and how much glossiness you want. Then you have to decide between these two. The primers to me feel about the same. I feel like the setting spray feels a little tighter on this side from NYX than it does on the e.l.f. side. I don't know if it's because of the harsh sprayer, so it picked up more on the face than that one did. I'm not exactly sure, but that's what I'm feeling so far. So I'm gonna go off camera, get my life on it. I'll talk to you later on. Okay, girl? Okay, y'all, so I'm back. So this is what we're working with, girl. My food is over here in the area I normally have it in, so it's a little less light, but that's okay. So as you can see, both the highlighters are still blinded. I feel like the blue one is the one that let me down the most. You know, see the chin and right here. I feel like the purple still looks really nice, even though, you know, like I have oily skin. So as far as holding oils, I feel like the setting sprays held the oils evenly. I feel like the pores look about the same as well. So I don't see too much of a difference. They both did a nice job of smoothing and whatnot. It just depends on what your preference is when it comes to price. And obviously I feel like the Milani would be more affordable. Like I said, I can try it up against the Essence one if you want the $4.99 one, because it has that somewhat consistency, but I feel like it's a little bit more liquidy than the what is it, the Glow Jam Blur, the Blur Jam, that. So we can see about that. As you can see, lips are gone as well. I have not eaten yet. I'm about to eat when I get done with this. That's why I'm like trying to wrap it on up, because I was supposed to wait another like 30 minutes, but I was like, we close enough, girl, so we just gonna wrap it up. So remember, this is the side with NYX and this is the Fenty side. I feel like they both lasted a pretty decent amount of time. I feel like I can still see the color on here, but the Fenty one didn't have that much color to begin with, so I still feel like I see a lot of sparkle. So I feel like they both faded nicely. I like color, so I kind of prefer the NYX side, but I feel like the NYX side is lighter on the lips as well. Like the Fenty one felt kind of heavy on the lips. Just something to keep in mind. Not that I really felt too much of anything, but like since I knew I had two different ones on each different side, I could feel the differences in them. I'm most impressed with the highlighters, honestly, because I feel like you can't tell that this is a pink and this is a red. They just both have that nice shift when you turn your head. So that's mainly the thing I'm most excited about. Let's get into these contours though. So the contour on this side and this side, I feel like they're both still nice and visible. I like the e.l.f. one. If I wanted a bronze and contour situation, I feel like that one would be like a good alternative to the one from Makeup by Mario. It's in terms of the color, and I feel like they have more colors than Makeup by Mario too, so this might be a good alternative for you if you like a bronze contour moment, because it's going to be really similar to the Makeup by Mario when it comes to coloring, and you get more variety of shades. Now when it comes to the Say side, I like the Say side just fine. I feel like the Say side would be better for me when it comes to like the spring and the summertime because of the undertone in it, and then in the wintertime I prefer more of a contourish like bronze type shade, so I feel like I like this color better. So Makeup by Mario or the e.l.f. one in the shade Tan Deep, I feel like would be good for my summer shade, and the shade Tan would be good, Tan Deep would be good for the summertime, and I feel like Tan would be good for the wintertime. But I'm definitely impressed with these e.l.f. ones. They have shown me the way, and I'm very, very happy with them. So if you want to get your hands on them as opposed to the other ones that we just talked about, I would definitely say get your hands on them. They're worth it. Now, as far as products per ounce go and all that, I can't get into all that with you, but if these come to CVS like I'm thinking they will, honey, it'll definitely be worth it for you, because you know they have those 30% off and 40% off coupons, and it's already $7. So imagine it being like $3.50 after that. Amazing deal, amazing deal, amazing deal. Go grab it now. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds. Make sure you subscribe. My membership's down below if you're interested. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Oh wait, the setting spray. So I feel like they did an even set on both sides as well. Like I told you, I don't feel like one side looks oilier than the other one. I just feel like the NYX one felt a little heavier on the face and did a little more tightening than the e.l.f. one did. So it's up to you how you feel. Okay, be blessed, girl. Bye.
The fun doesn't have to stop here. Let's be friends over on Instagram to check out the latest fashion, fragrance, and palette comparisons. Head on over there. I do fashion shorts every day, and I currently added the Snif comparison.